welcome back. Thank you for joining again, taking the time out to spend this time with us. I really appreciate you. Uh, I'm just pinning Lola Savage on here. Lola pin. By the way, shout out to everyone that called in for the Freestyle Friday and dropped some bars for us. I really enjoyed it. I thought that was really cool. We're going to keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so important. Even if it's one person, shout out to Lola. She's in the building. See if I can bring you on. Lola, please drop a comment so I can bring you on, okay? Yeah, there you go. Bam, 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 bam. Why go on?
Hi.
What's good?
Nothing. Just
Yo,
chilling.
first of all, let me just apologize.
It's okay.
Yeah, we're running a little late. We wanted to really premiere Chideji's song, and he put the artist one on us. He showed up so late.
Oh, wow.
Yes, he showed up so late. So, but it's dropping tomorrow, so I wanted to do that. But thank you so much.
Trust me, I understand.
Yeah, for doing this. So, where are you, by the way? Are you in Cali or are you in Chicago?
I'm in Chicago right now.
Yeah, I could never figure it out because I see a lot of your photos, in California. I'm like, where is she exactly? That's
yeah. I came back here, to be with the fam for the quarantine. So.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. So, for those of you that are on with us, a lot of your fans are joining. My peoples are on. Thank you so much, Coscanino. Freestyle Friday for us, talking with Lola today. After this, we're talking with Ayo J. So Lola is a singer, aspiring actress, and she's doing business. She's also an entrepreneur. Anything else I should add? A mother.
A mother first.
First. Yeah, a mother first, singer,
yes,
aspiring actress, and an entrepreneur. Is that okay? Am I safe?
Yes, that's it. Love you
too. Yes, thank you so much, Lola, for doing this. I wanted to talk to you. Can you please just give us a quick background on yourself in terms of your journey? You're like Americanized, Nigerian, African. You can talk about that real quickly, and then we'll go into some of this, what you've been up to.
Okay, well, so as far as music goes, well, I've been doing it for a while. I've been on the music scene since I was a little kid. I started off doing it in an R&B music group when I was 19, and
that's in the U.S., right?
That was here in the U.S. Yes.
Okay.
And I was like pretty new, to it. I was really young. I auditioned and got the role to be one of the singers in the group, and I did that. We performed for several record labels and toured. We did colleges. We did a lot of stuff, and I unfortunately.
What was the name of the group?
It was called For Eternity.
For Eternity. Okay.
Yeah, we didn't form it. It was created. Everything was created by the management company at the time. Yeah, it was called For Eternity, and of course, with internet being like so updated, there really isn't much proof online, to show proof of that. Like even the credits and the music and everything was sold. So I think the only thing that I have right now as proof of that is like a link that shows snippets of the songs that we recorded, which is really crazy. But yeah, so I did that. We performed we had a showcase for Epic Records, and they picked us up to sign us, and we kind of lost out on that deal because the management didn't want us to. He didn't want to sell us off to the record label. Yeah, that kind of just ruined that for me, and it was my big sister at the time with two other girls.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then come 2007, maybe 2006, 2007, I get into the Nigerian music scene, and then the first person I started working with was LD.
LD. Let me ask you, was Was
Yeah.
LD based in Nigeria then, or was he when he was in the US?
He was here in ATL.
He was here. So that was
Yeah, he
around
was
the
here in
time
ATL.
we had Amplified Crew, we had Banky, we had
I actually got to
LD.
speak to Banky over the phone a few times at that time. And you know, he was just basically giving me support and praises about like the work that we had done. And you know, it was pretty refreshing because I didn't know what I was doing. I was like, oh, this is Nigerian music. Okay, well, I'm gonna try this out and see if it's something that, you know, I can embark on. And then you know, thankful to LD. He really made me grow some type of interest into it that I guess I just couldn't leave it alone, you know.
Yes. So
and then,
Miss Udu had just said it, that she was saying that she remembered when you were introduced to the Nigerian music scene. That you been doing your thing. Miss Huduak. She's based in California. One of the strongest entertainment lawyers that we have. She's
my God, that's amazing for her to actually recognize me. I appreciate that.
Yes, you know. But so now how did you end up going to Nigeria then? Because around 05, 06, you linked up with LD. So what was it then eventually, like you say, you know what, I'm going to Nigeria?
Well, I didn't end up going to Nigeria till 2014, which was 7 years later. But then when LD wanted to start Tribe Records, and he had asked me to come. But basically, I got a call from him like around 2009, 2010, I think, saying I'm starting Tribe Records, that you should come. And I didn't want to leave my kids at the time because they were very young, and I was a single mother. So I was just like, okay, well, I can't do that, you know. And I stayed behind, and I just tried to do 1 or 2 or 3 things with what I could work with. And then come 2013, my mom gave me the push. She said, just go. You leave your kids. I got them. And I finally went out there, and, you know, I just threw myself out there with what I had, just to see how it was gonna go.
To work out. So at that point, that was an interesting era during the Nigerian music, because a lot of people were starting to pop off. A lot of the artists, Nigerian artists based in the UK, they were moving to Nigeria.
Yes.
So it was a crowded moment also.
It was.
Okay, so you got to Nigeria. I think for every single artist that I've been talking to, right, that are based here, that moved to Nigeria, one thing everybody say is that it is tough to go to Nigeria. You know what I'm saying? The basic things, lights, diesel, you know, getting around. So what was the arrangement in terms of you being out there?
Well, I had a manager. Well, he was more of a friend, but he was very supportive. And he gave me his word that he was definitely going to help me out. So when I recorded 2 songs out here, he helped me, you know, the way he could have, I guess, with what he had, he helped me out.
Okay.
And so he ended up becoming my manager. His name is Aji Ojo, and his company is called AJB Entertainment. So that was basically what I had. And I shot a video. I shot 2 songs. And then I went out there, and then my video, I dropped it like I think a month after I got there.
To Nigeria. And you did a lot of radio interviews, TV interviews, and stuff like that. You dropped Fele, like one of the videos.
No, Fele was 2015 when I came back.
You came back. Which one did you drop while you were in Nigeria?
I dropped Dempsey.
Dempsey. Okay, 2014.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the first one I dropped. But before then, I did a song with this artist called Chibs.
Okay.
And he was on his label at the time. And then I guess just playing around, I got into the studio. Aji had invited me over, got into the studio, and then I did a song with him. So that was basically the first song that I did in 2013 that set it all off. Like, they were like, Lola, this is lit. Like, go and see what it's like in Vegas.
Who was shooting those videos? So like Dempsey, for example, who shot the video?
It was shot by a cinematographer called Brian Beckwith. He's actually white.
Okay.
And he's based out in Hollywood now. So he's pretty big.
He was based in Nigeria at that time, or you shot?
No. He's actually from Chicago.
Ah, okay.
But he moved out to Hollywood years ago, and he's he's big now. Like I can't even hit him up and be like, can you do a video for me, because he's so big now.
Oh wow.
But yeah, he's like a friend.
Okay, so what was the next song you dropped after that then?
So after that, I dropped TKO.
Okay.
Total Knockout.
All right. Yeah.
And I dropped that like I think November of 2014 in Lagos.
Yeah.
And then after that, then of course the year after I dropped Fela.
Fela. Yes. Okay. I think I knew more about Fela and stuff when I saw that.
Yeah.
I knew more about that.
It's weird though, because it was after I came back.
Yes.
That it all now started to work out for me. Like even though, no, it was crazy because
you
even
had the
though,
wave with you, man. The waves was all over you, like going out there doing all that stuff.
Yeah, I guess I could say it definitely followed me back here. But when I was there, it wasn't so much, because I just felt like I felt a bit blacklisted. I was just like, oh my God, what is wrong? But yeah, when I came back and then Philip did as much as it did, I was like, okay, well, this is pretty good. But at that time, I wasn't even really interested in continuing on. So that's the reason why I've been so stagnant.
I think being in Nigeria also, right? Obviously,
thank you, Maddie.
Tiwa Savage was doing that thing. Did you guys ever, like, your management say, you know what, this is your name, but she's out there before you from a business standpoint?
From a business standpoint,
let's drop this Savage aspect of your name. Did you guys?
I want to know what's funny though.
Yeah.
I just did an interview and I talked about this exact same thing. It seems like every single interview I do, that question comes up. But I know, I mean, I get it. Yeah. I get it, you know, because it's a strong name. It's a strong last name. Being TY has held it for a while. So I've been doing music for a while, you know, and for me and the people who are on my team, my family, where I was getting no, you don't need to drop your name, because this is something that you've held on to. It's your birthright. It's your music. It's your authenticity, you know, so why should you have to drop the name? But then I also did get a lot of people out in Lagos and here who said I should consider dropping it. I even had celebrities call me up and try to get me to change it. I had some people who were in her camp who told me not to change it, that I was fine, that I don't have anything to worry about.
Yes.
I didn't really know how I felt about that, but yeah, it was whatever, you know, because I understand the game. I understand the game. I'm not stupid. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But at the end of the day, I decided for myself that regardless of how far my music gets, I'm going to keep my name, because I just don't feel like I should make it seem as though competition, it has to do with competition. I feel like if I end up taking the names, like I'm going to be saying something like I'm not confident in who I am and what I can do in my craft.
Yeah.
So I just didn't want to put that out there, you know. And whoever I guess is out there that feels like I need to drop Savage from my name because they feel like maybe I'm biting off of TY, then I'm sorry, but I'm not dropping the name.
Yeah, let's clear the air also. By the way, I mean, you have a beautiful voice. Your songs are dope. I've listened like everything that I could find.
I try.
You have good songs. So you definitely were doing your thing. So I don't think anybody can even say that you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I think it's just the name. You just have to be the same name, and that's it, right? Get over it, right?
Yeah. I mean, I even considered it. I'm not gonna lie. I considered it. I considered dropping the Vage from my name, like just making it Lola Savage.
Yeah.
And I had a conversation with an artist who really, really talked to me into understanding why it made sense.
Yes.
And so I kind of held on to that, and it made me think.
Yeah. I think you have your fans, you have your fan base. I think whatever you do, we're gonna support you regardless. Like.
Well, I mean, I pray so. Yeah. Because it's been kind of hard. It's been kind of hard because a lot of people were just like not feeling it. They were not like, they weren't buying the whole thing, you know.
You know, it's tough, right? Remember the era when we had Little Kim, then we had Foxy Brown. I feel like with the female artists, it's always like we can't have both. We can't have three. We always gotta have just one or the other. The mentality towards the female artist has always been like that, even in the Nigerian music scene, and it's kind of crazy, really.
It is. It's very crazy. Like I hate that. You know, it has to be. One has to shun the other because they want to stay up. You know what I mean? Like I just feel like it's so pointless. You know, and look, I'm not judging anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, do how you want to do it. As for me, you know, I have my own mind. I have my own ways of doing things. And I feel like it's just all about the love of the music for me. It's not really about the artistry. And
Absolutely.
it might sound weird to some people because they're going to be like, girl, you know, there's money in this stuff. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, exactly.
But it's not really, it's not a big deal for me.
Let me say this to you, right? I talked to Sinzu yesterday, and I just talked with Chief Deji, you know, as a bunch of folks also about you being based there, right? Do you think that you should have stayed in Nigeria and just go through the ruckus, or you're great that you came back?
I'm actually happy that I came back. I came back for multiple reasons, though. That's why I want people to understand. It wasn't because of the whole, you know, Savage thing. I came back because I just wasn't feeling it. Like, it was just too much for me. Like the personalities and the different, you know, situations. You know, I'm a fragile person. I'm very emotional. So I went through a lot out there with different people in different settings, you know, and just, you know, all of that, just piling all of that up. I was just like, I can't do it anymore. So I had other priorities, of course, out here that I said, okay, you know what? I miss being here. You know, my family needed me.
Yeah.
And yeah, I could have stayed, but I didn't care to. TJ, can I help you? What's up? Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, that was me the other day, right? I was talking to Zoro, then my daughter came and she was like, I'm like, do you want to interview him? Like, okay, let's do this, you know, like.
It's crazy.
Oh, man.
It's crazy.
But let me say this to you, though. Do you think that, so what is your focus? Do you think that now being based in America, do you feel like you have to like create your music for the US, or would you still push your music to Africa, to Nigeria?
Oh my God, that's a good question. Okay, so let me start off with when I went to Nigeria.
Okay.
When I went to Nigeria, I had a lot of people who were saying, don't do R&B. Don't do R&B, because I started off in R&B, and that's what I know. You know, like I grew up learning how to harmonize, so that's what me and my sisters do, harmony. So I was like, R&B is my life. Don't do R&B, do this, do that. So that first song that I dropped, Them Say, was not really much of R&B, but I only went with it because a lot of people said, give it a shot. This is what's raining out there.
Yeah.
So now that I'm back, and the way things are different right now, I feel like I don't have to really do what the masses are doing. I don't agree. I feel like if I want to maybe infuse a little bit of like broken English or Yoruba or something like that, then I could do that.
Yeah.
But as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't have to be bedu all the time. It doesn't have to be gidigo. I could just go and do something where it shows me, my personality, and people are loving it, you know, because it's exuding who I am, you know. So yeah, that's how I look at it.
Yeah, and
I'm not doing what everyone else is doing. I don't want to be that person, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that is so important. Also, like for me, like if you can rap and you're from here, you can really spit. You can go toe to toe with American rappers. Then go for it. Don't say because you're Nigerian, then you have to, you know, do it in pidgin English or whatever. Like
that's true.
Yeah, I think it's so important.
Yeah.
So what about like in terms of like the business setup for you now, right? For your music, what is the plan? Are you working with management now? Or
no management.
Yeah, Miss Uduak said authenticity sells 100%. Just be yourself.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Yes.
So
what
is the plan? No management right now.
Yeah.
But I am working with an artist, and I want to work with other artists. You know, I'm open to it now because I kind of just basically I just got back on my feet. I got my mojo back. You know what I mean? So, and I owe that also to a good friend of mine named Miku. Miku actually is an artist.
Very well.
Yes. I owe that to him. He reached out to me. He was like, Lola, you have it. You have it. Like, don't let it go because of some stuff. You know, and I met him in 2015 out here when we hosted a show together in Hollywood.
Okay.
And we kept in touch since then. And then all of a sudden he goes, come to my studio, and let's do some stuff. And boom, we created 3 songs. And that's just really got my spirits up. And I was like, we need to work, we need to do something. And one of the songs is produced by Flip Tice. Shout out to Flip Tice.
Shout out to Flip
as
Tice.
well.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited, you know, and even though there's no time on it, there's no stamp of like when it's going to be released.
Yes.
Definitely will be soon, because I'm overtly excited about putting something out there for the fans, just to let them, just to hear what people think, you know, just for the fun of it.
And this is going to be R&B, right?
R&B strictly.
Straight. All right.
Strictly.
Cool.
And yeah, I mean, you know how R&B's got like the Afro tunes now, you know, Afro R&B.
Yes,
so definitely that.
Something like that. Okay. Yeah, and let us be a part of it. You know, we want to celebrate you. I think it's so important. Like you know, I'm very particular, especially when it comes to the females in our industry. Mm-hmm. I still feel very strongly that they are underrepresented.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? It's just not enough. You know,
yes.
I feel like there's so much more can be done. So
much.
Tell us this, right?
Mm-hmm.
How does your music define who you are?
How does my music define who I am? To be honest, I think it's just, music just brings out like a more loving side for me. I feel like it speaks. Like me as a singer. I don't like to call myself an artist anymore. As a singer, because I just love to sing. It just makes me happy. And a lot of people know that I am like this, like, you know, jovial person.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I can also say I'm pretty humble to a certain extent. So, you know, music just basically like puts it puts out for, you know, everyone when I'm in it, like when I'm in that moment or in that vibe. Yes. It shows people who I am more. And I worked with Miku the other day before I came here, and he was basically telling me like how he's actually been able to get to know more about me and more about who I am, my past, my struggles, and all my hardships, and you know, even step into a few things that I want to do in my future, simply because we were able to vibe and work together musically. So yeah, I mean, I really don't know how else to put it, and it's a good question, Cos, because I've never been asked that before. Oh, you know, and that's the reason why I kind of struggled, like, you know, bringing out the good response for you.
Yeah. No, I think that was dope. I think I'm seeing people's comments. It's like, people love you, man. Just
thank you.
You know, I love you being yourself.
Yeah.
You know, Miss You Jackson, authenticity sells. I think that's just it. You're a mother. You know, you're beautiful. You can sing. You do your stuff. You know, everything else will just kind of follow. Talking about that, right? You did modeling, right, back there. I think years ago in the 2000, you worked with an elite model.
Elite models, yeah.
Elite model.
I was signed. Well, I wasn't signed, but I did go for not a ghost. What is it called? I went for. They were looking for models, basically. This was 2000, and this is actually 2001, the same year that I joined the group, and they were looking for models, and I went with my big sister, and I just walked in. And what the lady there, Eva, may her soul rest in peace, she was the one who was in charge of the runway division. And she basically had me walk down their hallway, back and forth. And the next thing I know, she asked me to come. She said, can I come every 2 days out of the week? So every Tuesdays and every Thursdays, can I come to the office to, you know, go do some go-sees and get bookings for, you know, work. Yeah. And next thing you know, I was booking all types of shows, and I didn't really book like anything like, you know, mainstream though, because I'm not gonna lie to you and be honest, straight up honest. They always wanted the models who were 5'8" and super skinny. I mean 5'9" and up and super. Matter of fact, no, 5'10" and up and super skinny, and I wasn't that. So most of the work that I did was like dressing the models, but I didn't care because I was new.
Working.
Yes, and I was getting paid for it.
Yeah.
You know. So and yeah, and then I had my own little shows here and there, mostly hair shows. I did Nordstrom's as well. I did a few runway shows.
That's a big platform. Yeah.
Yeah, I also did ad for olive oil. And yeah, this is old stuff though. Like I don't even remember my life. I don't even remember yesterday. I swear. But yeah, and
what about now? Is that something you're still interested in, like modeling, and the beauty aspect? Because I think you're doing business in the beauty sector, right? Is that right?
Well, not really business in the beauty sector.
Yeah.
I'm actually doing more of like social media influencing on that part. You know, a lot of brands reach out to me.
Because I see you pushing some brands like paid.
Yeah, and I'm thankful for that too, because with the way I have been really stagnant with the music, it was just basically something that found me on accident. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm getting all these emails and they're all paying me. I'm like, yeah, let's do it.
let's talk about that. Is that how are you making money right now? Is that one of your multiple streams of income? Or is that your mainstream? What is your mainstream of income right now?
It's one of them.
Okay.
I was working as a tech agent at AT&T when I came back from Nigeria. That was what I did.
Okay.
And then and that was here in Chicago.
Okay.
But I ended up moving to California. You know, two reasons. Mainly because I was helping out my sis and my brother-in-law.
Okay.
They're like travelers, like they travel for work, like they're directors and they're big, you know. And my niece, who happened to, oh gosh, I miss her so much, who happened to need help, of course. So I was like, oh yeah, this is good. Like I get to be out there, push myself, you know, in the industry, at least try my best in doing that, and then also be there as, you know, auntie, helping my niece. And my kids are also here in boarding school, private school. So it was like, it was okay. It was okay, you know, with them as well. And of course, I felt like I had to get consent from them as well, but they're good, you know. So my mom, you know, living here in Chicago helped out with that, because every other week they get to come home. My mom picks them up. You know what I mean? So we had like this, you know, family structure that all worked out for everybody. And and we're all happy with it, you know. But so basically my main source of income is just grinding, you know, just hustling to get that money in my account before I make a post. And I also have my business that I, you know, sometimes get sales on.
What is that business?
A lot of people don't know. It's called House of Age. So a lot of people don't really know about that, because I don't even really push it on social media. But yeah, I work.
What is that about? Can you tell us about that?
It's like a clothing, like a clothing brand, basically. And it's called House of Age. I started it in 2013 with my sisters.
Okay.
And as much as we wanted to push,
how many sisters?
I have 3 sisters.
3, so it's 4.
Yeah, yeah. It's 4 girls and 1 boy.
You guys look alike? Any resemblance?
Yeah, we look alike. We look alike.
Too many savages out there.
I know, too many of us. Too many. But yeah, I started the business with them, and of course, my little sister's an occupational therapist, so she's always busy. And my big sister, who travels for work, is a clinical research manager, always busy.
Oh wow!
And then of course we have help from my brother, who's the director at Amgen, always busy. So it was like, okay, we're not gonna do this anymore, because I can't do it alone. You know what I mean? Like I also had other stuff that I was juggling as well. So it's only little by little that we, you know, try and see if we can go back and fall back into that and pull something out of it.
I mean, looking at where we are right now, currently with the pandemic, the lockdown, right? What are some of the things that you're going to do differently to position yourself to create even more multiple streams of income, especially businesses where you can make from online, etc.?
To be honest with you, I don't know. I'm not trying to count my chickens before they're hatched, if that makes any sense. I just want to just keep going with my flow, you know, so far so good. It's working for me financially, and whatever comes out of me pushing the whole social media influencing thing, brand ambassadorship thing, or even maybe my business, then so be it. You know, I just pray on things as I go, you know, and I stay optimistic at the same time. Music, I don't plan on making money out of that, you know, but if it just so happens, no, but if it just so happens to be that God wants to, you know, change that aspect of my life and make, you know, it, you know, lucrative for me, then yeah, sure. No problem. But I mean, all I can do is all I can do. All I can do is what I can do. You know what I mean?
You only take that one record. If it connects.
Thank you. Right? And if it just so happens to be that I go to the studio and pop one out and it just ends up being that, then thank you. But until then, Sha, you know, we'll continue to, you know, just do what we can.
Are you happy?
Yeah, for sure. I'm happy. I mean, look, my family is my happiness. A lot of people who don't know me know, like, my family literally is what I hold dear, close to my heart, and they are the reason why I'm happy. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like they're actually what makes me rich.
Yeah.
You know, I love them to death. You know, my kids, my mom, my sisters, and my extended family, relatives, in-laws, all of us. Like, we don't play when it comes to family. So yeah. That's
what is the best advice you've been given? Anybody has ever given you?
Best advice would be to just continue to be myself and pray. And it's that I hear that from my mom all the time, just to continue to be who I am. And, you know, like, work on becoming better as well, because no one is perfect. You know, everyone's learning every day, you know, and become good at my craft and just pray as I go along, you know, because nothing's promised. So.
Absolutely. And what do you advise to, like, young girls that are coming of age that want to come out into this world, crazy world, and do their thing?
Just be confident in who you are, you know, like, hold on to that, you know, ample amount of integrity, and don't let anyone bring you down, period.
Absolutely. So I'm really looking forward to, you know, getting some music from you, because you definitely got it, and I really don't really say that much.
Yeah, and I appreciate it though, because not a lot of people really, like, acknowledge my side. You know what I'm saying? So the few people that do really means a lot to me. You know, like, when I was in Nigeria, it was not easy at all. It really wasn't easy. And I don't just mean the music side, I mean the acting side as well. Like, the people that I got to know, it was heart-wrenching. Like, but I'm over it. Yeah. You know, like, you grow, you move on, you know, you don't hold grudges, you don't hold malice.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I went through a lot, but like I said, I felt like me not missing my family also played a huge part. You know, like, every single thing I was going through, like, every single time it happened, I would just tell myself, I could do it, I could do this, I could do this. You know, cry myself to sleep, wake up, dust my shoulders off, and just, you know, try it again, and, you know, try to see if it works out for me. You know, and that was how I ended up saying, okay, you know what, the music, I tried, till it ended up, like, not working out, and then all of a sudden, I'm like, okay, I want to do acting. You know, I tried that. Same situation. I was like, okay, you know what? I think God is trying to tell me this is where I need to be.
Yeah. I think you always have to know when to keep it moving, when to transition, when to try other things, right? I mean, that's just life.
Yes. And my mom is a very spiritual person. You know, she's a pastor. So she's always telling me that I need to listen to my spirit. She's always telling me, she always says a lot, like, oh, my paloma man buys or go. Like, God talks to you, you need to listen. She's always giving me stories of how, when I was a kid, I used to, you know, give her all types of, like, stories of, seeing this and seeing that. And to be honest with you, I don't even know how true that is because you grow and you forget all that stuff. But I have come to believe that it's good to always listen to your spirit, and it's always helped me. You know, like whenever I listen to my spirit, it always helps me because I'm just a fragile person. Like,
she said your Yoruba is fluent.
Oh, is it?
Don't give her false confidence. Please, I'm begging you. Do not give her false confidence. I'm telling you. She was on the dictionary and on YouTube before that one. So don't give her false confidence. Okay?
Oh my God. I actually needed to hear that. Thank you very much. Because I always tell myself, like, I need to get better. I struggle a lot with my Yoruba. Sometimes I just say it really well and I don't even know I'm saying it well. You know, my mom's always telling me, like, you did a good job with that. You know,
do you know any proverb in Yoruba?
Hey.
That's how you determine.
Is it okay if I call my mom? Because she knows plenty. It's so embarrassing how I don't. Hold on. Oh, shoot. I know some. I know some. Like, if you tell me, I probably know it, but I can't really tell you right now because I forgot.
All right, I'll tell you one in Yoruba, and I want to see if we can translate.
Okay.
You know what it is?
What?
Alagemo ti bimo etan. Aimojo, aimoyo. Okuso alagemo. She has left the building. Lola has left the building.
No, say it again. I think I
Lola,
know it.
She took the plane. She has left the building.
Something about you don't know how to dance. You don't know how to do it.
Aimojo, aimoyo. Okuso alagemo.
It's left in the hands of that person. I heard that one.
Like he's laughing at me. She said,
you want to know what's crazy? I understand Yoruba very good, but I don't know why I can't make out that proverb.
Mom says, say come on once. I don't know come on once though. That one, it was one of those.
Say come on once. Hey, give us one, Papi. Give us one.
So drop one now.
Right. Just drop one for us real quick.
That's one of the ones my mom used to use so disciplined. When she get mad, she used to say that thing to me, and that's where that's from, to be honest.
Wow.
I don't know proverbs.
Your mom is just like my mom. She's always, and my mom used to be Muslim before she turned Christian, so she knows both the Quran and the Bible very well. So she's always using quotes stuff in the Bible. If it's not in Yoruba, it's in English, though. I'm telling you, that's she's crazy. Always doing that. Wow. So funny.
Well, yeah, I'm excited for you. It's been really great. I'm glad we were able to do this. Yes. Please, just keep me posted. Let us know everything, and definitely want to be a part of the journey. Anything I really appreciate support that. From this side. Mm-hmm. Let's do that.
I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And shout out to all the people who have actually been on my journey from the beginning. I saw 3K in there. Yes, DJ 3K. Shout out to you. That's my homie, like my bestie from like way, way back. And then of course, they all know themselves. There's plenty of them. So I really appreciate you bringing me on. Really
no, absolutely. I'm great. I cannot translate anything. Don't worry.
Wait, did someone say something?
Yeah. Translate.
Thank you, Harshar. Oh my gosh! Every time I do a live, I always want to see the comments, but it's hard to
Good one. Where did you get that one from? You just Googled that one, huh?
What did he even say? Let me go look. I want to see.
She just Googled one and put it in there.
Probably did.
She just Googled that one and put it in there. I'm talking to her next
week. Isn't that the one that Davido said in his song?
Yeah. Probably. Probably.
Oh man.
All right.
Wait,
cool.
So, somebody said, "Girl, at least you can switch up your accent." I can't even fake an accent. Oh my God! I tried though. I tried.
Oh, definitely, you're versatile.
I mean, I tried to be. It didn't help out for me when I was on that TV show in Vegas called Casino. I was on there, man. And I struggled because they were trying to. When I started the show, they were trying to get me to sound more Naija. And And of course, I don't know why, it was just hard for me to do it.
Hell yeah.
Like I wanted to, but as much as I tried to, it always flipped back into the American accent. And I was just like, okay, whatever. So supposedly I heard that they had to change my role to I schooled in the United States. I don't know how true that is, but yeah.
You made them update program.
Exactly. I made them change the whole entire script. But cool. It was fun though. It was fun.
Yeah. Would you do that again? Do like acting and stuff?
I actually do. You know, so if you know anyone who's interested in, you know, some actresses, hook me up because.
All right.
I realized lately, like I was even having a chat with my sisters, and I realized lately that I wouldn't mind going back into it. Not like full term though.
Yes.
Like maybe just to do one or two projects like once in a blue moon.
Yes.
Because I really had fun. And I remember the last interview that I was on, I was telling the girl that my acting started in Lagos. Actually wasn't, it was here. Because I forgot that I actually did some things here with another director here in Chicago before I went to Lagos. So I also took acting classes in college, and a lot of people don't know that.
Nice.
I took acting classes, I took theater classes, I took improv classes in college. So I kind of like already had that in me, and not only that, my big sister is an actress. You know, she did a lot before she became a wife.
It's already part of your journey. So
exactly. So I mean, it's in my blood to just be an entertainer, and when I did that, it was really fun. So I don't mind going back and doing another one.
Nice.
You know?
Nice. All right.
Yeah.
We'll keep that there. So before we wrap up, let's do our little quiz. It's just a couple of questions. I always do these with my guest.
No.
Yeah, don't worry. He's very.
Why am I nervous?
Yeah, he's very just
Okay.
Cool. All right. So for you, Chicago or Lagos?
Chicago. I'm sorry. I love Lagos and I'll go there and visit. I love my family there. You know, it's fun, you know, when you go and you visit. But home is where the heart is. And my first home, I should say, is here.
Chicago.
Yeah.
R&B or Afrobeats?
Hey. It's hard. It's a hard one. Because let me tell you why. I love R&B. I grew up on R&B. But I have grown a soft spot for Afrobeats. Like it's Nigerian music, you know, it's African music, and I love African music. So can I just say Afro R&B?
That's a new genre. We just created one right now.
Yes. Afro R&B. Yeah.
All right. In men, 6-packs or heavy wallets?
Hi. Why are you doing this to me? Okay. Dang. Okay, so if I say 6-pack, it'll look like I'm just like this one, you know, person, typical girl that's like in love with guys that are all ripped.
The body.
You know.
But you're paying for lunch.
But
dinner.
then if I say money, it'll look like I'm a gold digger. I see what you're doing there. I see what you're doing.
Which is which?
Okay, we're gonna go with the wallet. We're gonna go with the wallet.
All right. Ain't nothing wrong with it. First date, mini skirt or leggings?
Mini skirt.
Mini skirt, okay. Egusi or draw soup?
Ah! Jesus, I love both. I'll go with Egusi.
Meet and greet or online dating?
Meet and greet, for sure.
Drake or Jay-Z?
Jay-Z, all the way.
Makeup or natural?
Natural, all the way.
Apple or Android?
Say it again.
Apple or Android?
Apple!
We're team Apple all the way. I think it's only one person I've had there that was Android, and I think we got disconnected immediately by accident. Like seriously, because
Are you serious?
I'm team Apple all the way. You know,
that's unfortunate.
We are here. So Facebook or Instagram?
Instagram.
Snapchat or TikTok?
have a story behind TikTok that makes me
Tell us.
it makes it hard for me to pick TikTok because I've been hearing some of their little funny stuff that they're doing to Black people. I don't know if you guys hear about all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I'll go with TikTok simply because it's more like it's a more updated and it's more hip right now. Yeah. And because my daughter loves it, she's always on it. So yeah, TikTok. And TikTok always produces all this funny stuff. So I would definitely go with TikTok. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still like, you know, I don't know. My
wife,
I think my daughter, they into it, but
yeah,
I'm still thinking about it. I have to think about it. You know?
You have to think about it.
You know, make sure I'm good. You know, like.
I know. I'm telling you, it's really hard. I actually like Snapchat because it's more private too. You know.
Yes.
Because you know you get to do the snaps and they leave. You know, but I mean. I guess I'll just go with what the masses think on that one. I'm pretty sure a lot of people will pick TikTok. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. I had so much fun doing this.
I had fun too. Thank you so much for, you know.
We're looking for so much more from you. So
appreciate that. I definitely will have more soon. I don't know when, but it'll be soon. I promise.
Nice. It's official. Lola Savage, the real Lola Savage.
The real Lola Savage. I like that.
Yes. All right, Mama. You be safe. You and the family.
Look at this one. I'm so sorry to cut you off.
See.
Yes. Are you married? I hope you're not serious. People are crazy up in here.
Oh, man.
Thank you so much for having me, though. I really appreciate it.
Nah, no problem at all. Thank you. I'm really glad.
Bye, everybody.
Yeah.
I'm going to send you a DM. I wanted to ask you something, too.
Okay. Yes, please.
All right.
Go ahead.
All right. Bye.
All right. Yo, I had so much fun doing that. Thank you, everyone. I'm going to be talking with Aya J Nest. So, Reward, what up? What's going on, brother? Shout out to DJ 3K. Shout out to Jay. I am that Tolu. Big up yourself. I am blessed. You're asking if she's married. Do you want to marry her? Do you want to marry her? Scott Welch said mini skirts. We know what you like, brother. So yeah, I'll be talking with Aya J Nest. So let me get him first, and then I'll drop off, and then just start the new video again. Aya J. Yeah. Ayo. Yeah, because it's just easier to do the recording of the video that way. I'm ready. So yes, a lot of bullet. I will marry her in a heartbeat. Bro, do you even know her? I'll marry her in a heartbeat. Oh man. That's crazy. Okay, Aya said is ready. So I'm gonna drop off, then you can jump right back in so we can talk to Aya J. Thank you. I'll see you in a second.